Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gershwan, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we talk about the daily life of a Plague Marine. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K content every single day. We're doing our subscriber appreciation giveaways, so stay to the end of the video because we are going to be giving away something new in this video. This is a viewer request. You guys requested the daily life of a Chaos Space Marine, but Chaos Space Marines are all different. So I'm going to do a individual video for Plague Marines, Noise Marines, Cornet Berserkers, all that kind of good stuff. So with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the daily life of a Plague Marine. Confronting a Plague Marine is one of the most fearful and grotesque encounters any individual in the galaxy can have. These repulsive giants lumber forward, leaving slime trails and virulent spore clouds, the revolting appearance and effect of the many gifts given to them by their patron god Nurgle. While unpleasant to look at, no man has ever been able to deny the shock of witnessing a mutated Astarte on the battlefield. And although captivating in combat, the same can be said when off the battlefield. The daily life of a Plague Marines is like no creatures in the galaxy, for they know no pain or discomfort. The last time they felt physical torment was the moment right before they betrayed the Emperor and swore an allegiance to the god of decay. Convinced by Grandfather Nurgle to become one of his children and avoid the agony of death that their false Emperor could not stop, these Chaos Marines have a love for their patron god like no other traitor has. In the mind of a Plague Marine, every day is a blessing given to him by his new father, Nurgle. Without his mercy, the renegade Astarte's life would have ended a long time ago, and so every action taken by a Plague Marine is understood to be a miracle bestowed onto them by the god of pestilence. While the many chapters of the Adaptus Astarte hold the teachings of the ancient imperial truth in their minds, and view the Emperor as humanity's strongest and most important individual, but never a god, avoiding the religious worship of any form, a Plague Marine fully commits to the glorification of their savior Nurgle. Just like the Adeptus Ministorum teaches every imperial citizen that they are a children of the Emperor, a Plague Marine sees the god of decay not just as his god, but the god of every living thing in the galaxy. He witnesses how Grandfather Nurgle answers the calls of those physically suffering, removing the pain of the sick and dying that turn to him for aid. Exposed to this, a Plague Marine reasons that because Nurgle not only has saved him, he wants to save all other creatures around him, and it is the corrupted Marine's religious duty to aid his master in any way possible. There are many religious duties that form the core of the pillars of the worship of Nurgle, but a Plague Marine spends most non-combat days overseeing the maintenance or spread of the many gardens of his patron god. Everywhere the armies of Nurgle go, they spread Nurgle's rot, and this rot not only affects humans and Xenos, but all living things, including plants. A massive array of flora and fauna has been collected on every planet touched by Nurgle, and some corrupted vegetation is crucial in order to convert more beings to the worship of Nurgle. Free from pain, a Plague Marine can stand in the garden of Nurgle and withstand the bite of rot flies in order to push plague bearers to plant and harvest more greenery, like Nurgle skull seeds, that then attract stomping, over-exuberant chaos beasts that mistake their fruits for the heads of new playthings. This scatters their matter violently into the air, where it comes to rest on the wings of the bloat flies, which then make them easy prey for other flying predators, spreading Nurgle's experimental diseases and causing the garden to grow as more things become infected. The joy a Plague Marine gets from watching Nurgle's garden spread is tremendous, as he understands that each acre consumed is one less plot of land for the native greenery to grow. Soon the planet will be choked out as food becomes impossible to grow, and disease becomes easier and quicker to spread. Other times, Plague Marines force plague bearers to accompany them in harvesting the bloated heads of infected humans. An entire day can be spent scanning through hive cities and battlefields for these pus-filled heads, but once collected, the harvest can be taken to a foul blight spawn that then boils the flesh in great bronze vats filled with black blood. The cavities are then filled with infected matter, and the orifices plugged shut with wax. The end result is a Plague Marine's favorite weapon, a Blight Grenade. Every batch of Blight Grenades is another opportunity to refine the recipe and achieve a more powerful result. Most consider Nurgle's Rot the only true blessing a Blight Grenade should deliver, though other diseases, like Cankerheart and the Crimson Seep, are both popular choices. Either way, a Plague Marine feels a sense of satisfaction from the creation of these weapons, as each one will conceive more followers of Nurgle, as the pain caused by their effect will push the afflicted into Grandfather Nurgle's loving arms. Pride and joyous amusement fills the minds of the Plague Marines as they watch disease-ridden bodies twist on the ground from the countless illnesses of Nurgle. Pain and suffering are a necessity in order to fully accept Nurgle's gifts. A worshipper of Nurgle cannot understand the forgiving and loving nature of Grandfather Nurgle until he is liberated from the torment that comes from Nurgle's Rot. After a victorious battle, many Plague Marines spend their days sitting alongside doomed victims of disease spread by Nurgle's army. They watch as the skin of the infected bubble from infection. They laugh as the stretched skin pops and pale pus squirts onto the dying souls all around them. They see the anguish of the non-worshippers as something to be cheerful about. They love to watch the wiggling maggots of virus victims as they break through the many orifices of the human body, eating away at eyeballs and lips. Each new sore or rash is another opportunity for the inflicted to turn to the god of decay, who is ready to free them of the misery. The strong that have a higher tolerance for pain and can use their own willpower to fight back the disease are seen as heathens for not accepting the gifts presented to them, and so are killed. Waving their massive plague knives over the eyes of those that can still see, they give the sufferer one last chance to turn to chaos before crushing them. These individuals are hated by the Plague Marines, as they must be the ones to put an end to the joy of suffering. The most delightful victims to watch rolling around in pain are the Plague Marines' former brothers, the loyalist Astartes. Their superhuman biology is something that never succumbed to standard illness, and so when a Space Marine is infected by Nurgle's Rot and brought to his knees, it is truly a blissful sight to behold. The excitement that a Plague Marine will soon be born is as thrilling as introducing a friend into a new hobby. The Plague Marine watches as the secondary heart of an Astartes struggles to keep up after the first capitulated. His mind is filled with glee as the Battle Brother's chest heaves irregularly as blood fills his lungs. He can see in the eyes of the Space Marine the doubt that is building up about the false Emperor. Once a Plague Marine is born, it is on to the next victim. The majority of Plague Marines are the remnants of the once proud Death Guard Legion of the Great Crusade, and while their bodies have been able to stand the test of time, thanks to the many gifts of Nurgle, their armor and weapons have not. Every day, a Plague Marine will notice more and more of his armor erode away. Rust builds up, cracks form, and become wider, until eventually the majority of the once proud and solid Astartes armor is gone. There are many attempts to combat this issue. For instance, the heretical pattern of an open-vent reactor backpack allows the Plague Marine to continue the use of his mobile war gear, as well as the intentional swelling, or even cracking like a broken eggshell of the power armor, to contain the grotesquely mutated physique of its wearer. Luckily for the Plague Marine, every day comes with a new disturbing rash or other form of bodily erosion, and these gifts often benefit the trader in some way. While a massive explosion might have blown off what remains of his power armor, and subsequently taken a limb, it's just an opportunity for one of Nurgle's many diseases to have space to grow some form of tentacle appendage. After major battles, a Plague Marine takes time to get familiar with these new changes to his eroding body. It takes time to learn how to maneuver the body when an enemy sliced open the Plague Marine's bloated stomach, and now his intestines are dangling outside the body. A new tentacle leg might be longer than the trader's normal leg, or it might have suction cups that make his normal leg pointless. In the mind of a Plague Marine, each grotesque development is another wonderful gift from Grandfather Nurgle. Slowly, the symbolic weapon of the once proud Astartes, the bolter, will begin to erode away, and the Plague Marine will be forced not to rely on ranged tactic as much. Instead, the trader will become very familiar with using one of the many gifts of Nurgle in close combat. Plague Marines spend many hours becoming better at using plague-infested weapons, like the massive plague knives, meticulously learning to slice deep enough to infect the victim, but shallow enough not to kill him outright. Every day of a Plague Marine's life is spent enjoying the blessings of life and the liberation from pain given to them by the god of pestilence. And the only way to truly enjoy his new life is to continue the spread of Nurgle's love in the form of disease, pestilence, and decay. And those were 40 facts on the daily life of a Plague Marine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media you guys use. It really helps out the channel when you do so, so please share. Now, as far as research that I did for this video, number one, of course, I refreshed my memory on Nurgle, and I refreshed my memory on what a Plague Marine is. And then what I wanted to do is I wanted to look at or watch documentaries on different ways that people have coped with diseases and plagues. I looked up some documentaries on the Black Plague, but what I found out really quickly is that, you know, as humans, we translate or we explain what it's like to live with pain, or sorry, what it's like to live with disease based off of pain. And of course, a Plague Marine doesn't feel pain. They are blessed by Nurgle not to feel pain. So I was kind of those documentaries didn't really help. But what I had to come up with was, what is it like to live with the discomfort of having, like, weird protrusions coming out of your head, or like tentacle arms, stuff like that. And that's what ended up influencing this video of the daily life. If you guys can come up with other ideas that a Plague Marine would experience outside of battle on his daily life, comment down in the comment section below. And I hope you guys are enjoying our daily life videos. This was a viewer request, so if you guys have any other requests on the daily life of something in Warhammer 40k, just comment down below. Now, we are doing a subscriber appreciation giveaway. We did that yesterday. We're giving away some Coronet stuff in yesterday's video, so if you haven't checked that out, please do so. Today, we are giving away some Plague Marine stuff. We purchased the No Fear box set, and I'm collecting Primaris Marines for kind of like an Inquisitor type army, and I wanted to keep the Plague or the Primaris stuff, but I don't care for the Nurgle stuff, so we're giving away 1 Death Guard Lord of Contagion, 5 Death Guard Plague Marines, 1 Death Guard Bloat Drone, and 10 Death Guard Poxwalkers. It's basically what comes in the No Fear box set. And you're just going to be getting the sprues, the bases, all that stuff. You're not going to get the map, the Primaris stuff, or the dice. In order to win this, all you have to do is comment down in the comment section below. Be a subscriber, because this is a subscriber appreciation giveaway. Like this video and share it with your friends. You can share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media you guys use. And when you do that, the winner is going to be chosen from the comment section below in a week. Today is Friday, so it would be next Friday we're going to announce the winner. And of course, you can comment as many times as you want. The more times you comment, the more chances of you winning. Just be careful, because if you comment too much, YouTube will see that as spamming, and they will block your account from commenting on our videos. So yeah, comment like 2 or 3 times, come back later, or come back tomorrow, watch it again, and comment again. But yeah, you can do that all week. And like I said before, we're doing multiple giveaways. Yesterday's video had a giveaway. Today's video has a giveaway. So good luck. Last week, we announced the giveaway of a Kill Team, the Kill Team starter set. And the winner for that is that guy. All you have to do is message us on YouTube, email us at onemindsyndicate1@gmail.com, or hit us up on Facebook. Let us know that you are the winner and give us your address. We'll send you your box, the starter set. And yeah, guys, we are able to do all of this because of our patrons. Our patrons are what allows us to create interesting videos like this and do the giveaway. So if you guys want to support us, jump on over to Patreon. It's a simple $1 a month. It helps us create more videos for you guys. And yeah, thanks for everything, guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. This is Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate signing out.
refuse to put my freedom first in any situation.